Alright, what is going on, everybody? We have a lot to talk about right now. So I just woke up and the new characters are announced, so that's cool. Um, but there's a lot of changes they are making. Some are decent, and some don't seem that great for the game. So Zenith summons and Crown summons are now going to be merged with Glory summons. So we're just getting the same summons twice a month. Instead of having mid-month and end of month. I don't know if that's going to be if there's going to be a difference between mid-month and end of month now. They're going to have higher draw rates than both the summons. There's going to be 6 selected characters, all new. And each draw gives you a medal, which you can exchange for special move sources or the characters themselves. So we're getting 10 medals per multi. You need 200 medals for a new character, so that's 20 multis. And then they're re-releasing characters. I'll explain that in a second. I'll get to that in a second, but they're re-releasing characters with different attributes and updated skills. So it's kind of like, are resurrections dead now? Because why not just make good resurrections rather than re-release characters and make them meta again? And then you can exchange your limited medals for permanent medals. So basically they're turning it into Dokkan. It's what it sounds like to me. They're just turning everything into Dokkan, and I'm not a fan of that. They're getting rid of steps. So having past characters appear make it hard to obtain their character you're after. So instead, we're getting rid of the steps, getting rid of your guaranteed featured steps, giving you slightly higher rates, worse rates than the anniversary, and you're still gonna have the unfeatured pool in there. They're making it sound like there's no unfeatured. It's still the whole premium unfeatured. It's just now there's 6 new characters for you to get every banner. So now there's gonna be medals with no expiration date, just like Dokkan. And then for the banner, there's the limited exchange that you get 200 for a new character. And if you don't get the 200 for the new character, or you don't want the new character, you can exchange for the new characters or 50 medals for these alternate attribute characters that are now updated. So before we even get into the new characters, let's talk about that. Before we even get into Rukia and Byakuya, so now we have Mayuri here, who has Sternritter Killer Plus, Flurry 3, Flurry 4, and Guild Quests. Like, I don't understand it. Sure, we're getting new characters, but are these characters like just like new 5 stars or new 6 stars and like they don't resurrect it? Like, that's just confusing to me. Like, are resurrections just out of the game now? Because they're remaking these characters? Like, as long as the character's good, I mean, sure, it's like neat being able to use 10-year-old characters, but like, I just feel like that's what a resurrection should be. Not re-summon for a character you already have because they're good now again. Yeah, Shinji, Espada Killer Plus, Flurry 3, Stark, Sternritter Killer, Frenzy 3, Lynette, Frenzy 3, and yeah, they have actually like abilities. Like, they're just completely redesigning the characters and just slapping a new coat of paint on 10-year-old characters. And then here's what the standout characters you can get. Like this alternate art Uryu. Or alternate attribute white. Alternate art, alternate attribute Uryu. I don't know, it's just weird. Like, to me. So let's look at the exchange shops real quick. Basically, the exchange shops don't seem bad. You get 150 medals for a special move source of your choice whenever you want. That makes it a lot easier to get special move sources, but this update as a whole, removing the steps and removing your guaranteed featured and the guaranteed new character, now it makes it 10 times harder, in my opinion, to actually get the new characters. Please don't turn this game into Dokkan, Caleb. That's all I have to say. Please don't turn it into Dokkan. And then, in Guild Quest, the EX bonus is now changing at mid-month of September to where it is now based on the percentage of the stamina you have, not the remaining actual health you have. So that's a good change. I like that a lot better. It's annoying for everybody who invested their quintessence scrolls to get 14 stamina on all their characters, but it is what it is. So you don't have to build for stamina anymore starting next month. But without further ado, let's get into the new characters. So we have Rukia and Byakuya. So it does not seem like a skip banner. I don't think we're getting a cooldown. We definitely need a cooldown banner, but I don't think this is it. We have Rukia, who I believe is melee. She's a melee Quincy Killer Plus, so she's replacing Nini and Noelle, which we desperately need. She has damage to frozen enemies 40%, EX strong attack recharge 12, damage to frozen enemies 35. So that's 75% to damage to frozen enemies. All for her link. I don't know how useful that's going to be. It'll be good for her. Berserker 60%, Frenzy 3. Oh, wow, and she has 60% built in, so from her soul trait, that's another 75. So she has over 100% damage to frozen enemies just built in if you have her 5-5. They're doing this 20% status ailment chance. That's here to stay. She's looking like a good character. And then her abilities, the only one it really tells us about is her EX move, which is a sustained circular attack around herself. I don't know, is that like the Yama? Either this is something new, or this is like the Yama Vortex. Getting into Byakuya, who's also a strong attack character. He's Stern Ritter Killer Plus. Damage lacerated 40, strong attack recharge 12. And then EX Berserker 30%. So he's a pretty decent link. For lacerated at least. Anywhere you were planning to use your Renji link, it's Byakuya just seems like a better version of Renji. Berserker 50%, Frenzy 3, damage to lacerated 60, 20% status ailment against Quincy's, Long Stride, Team Party strong attack damage 30%. Like, these are some of the abilities we should have seen on Bloodchain's Bankai Ichigo. Like Team Party strong attack damage or something like anything. They made that character way too basic. But No, Byakuya has a strong attack 2 major vortex on self, so he has the Yama vortex. Rukia has something new, I think. So this Mayuri seems like he is gonna be Yuha's like best partner in a way. Stern Ritter Killer Plus. He's a NAD unit for Yuha. But Yuha doesn't really need a NAD unit, and this one has Flurry 4, so it feels like he's a must-have, but I feel like Yuha is fine on his own right now. And then the 1000-year Blood War Medal Exchange, they made white good. And you can get white, Bankai Toshiro, or special move sources just like the other exchange and the keys. No way to really get 3-star keys, but the 2-star keys are very plentiful. So I know this might have been a little bit of a longer video. Thank you for sticking around if you did. Drop a like, maybe a subscribe. We just hit 50 subscribers. But let me know what you think. Do you think this is good for the game? Or parts of it are good and parts of it are bad? I'm not a fan of losing out on steps. Honestly, I like that, and I like getting the guaranteed step and the guaranteed new character step, whether or not you get the character you wanted or not. Because they're saying people complained about not getting the character they want on like the new step, but now there is no guaranteed character ever. That hurts.